Hello again from my front porch. I'm in Carroll, Iowa, and obviously I'm not on my front porch, though it kind of is porchy feeling. I'm sitting here in this nice covered little sitting area at the dog park here in Carroll, Iowa. See this nifty dog park that they've got here that dogs can just come out and run around, and it goes quite a ways back there. See, all the way back on the other side of the hill, back to the fence and the corn stuff. But yeah, this is a really cool facility they have here. And the reason I'm sitting out here is not just because I enjoy sweating in the dog park, but because of this wonderful, fantastic fellow right here. His name is Chester. Hi, Chester. How you doing? Huh? Yeah? Chester is we're out here all alone right now, which is probably okay because some other dogs, for whatever reason, don't like Chester. Although Chester gets along with other dogs just fine. Don't you, Chester? Because you're a good boy. Yes, you are. Chester's a very good boy. Say hi, Chester. Hi, Chester. But Chester, as you can see, you know, he's clearly got some pit bull in him. We think he's a pit bull American bulldog mix based on some other pictures online of stuff. But he is just the gentlest, nicest little. And in fact, there was an episode I did a while back where my dad, we told the story of how my dad got him at a dog pound or a shelter or whatever the places are called these days. Sorry for my hand. They're trying to reposition my phone. But Chester and I, we're just out here kind of lounging for a bit. Right, Chester? Yep. We got some bugs wanting to come and say hi to us as well. But Chester likes being outside. He likes going for walks. He likes getting out of my parents' house a bit. I normally used to take him for a walk, kind of a 2-block radius around my parents' house. But then my dad introduced me to this place out here. This dog park, which is actually next to this. There's a church actually next door, but and I think they actually may maintain this. But this land was all donated by a gentleman. There's a plaque over there, over by the entrance that tells you all about it. I suppose I should have read the plaque before I started doing the episode. Then I could have thrown out really smart sounding stuff. But the reality is that this little place it's really nice. Now today it's a little hot and muggy here in Carroll, as it is in lots of other places, and so Chester is a little more subdued. He's not out, walking all around the place. But that's the beauty of this. Whereas when I would take him for the walk in the neighborhood, it was always on had to have him on the leash, to walk. Not because I'm worried about Chester. In fact, he has got to be one of the most docile big dogs, big muscular dog. He's got to be one of the most docile and friendly dogs like that I've ever met, because literally I would take him for a walk and we'd be walking through down a sidewalk or through a neighborhood, and some other dog, whether across the street or some walking whatever, but some other dog would see him and start going rah, 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 rah. And Chester, he'd just stop and he'd be walking along and he would just stop and go slowly, just turned his head just like that, and then just kind of look, and the expression on his face, if I were reading dog expressions, the expression on his face was, "What's your problem?" He would never bark, he would never respond, he wouldn't even do a nothing. He just, okay, well, I don't know what his problem is, but let's just keep going. And so yeah, that was it. But out here, the reason I like being out here, now that my dad introduced me to this place out here and it's so convenient, I just let Chester jump in the car, put a blanket down so he didn't get his hair all over my seat, but let him jump in the car, and I bring him out here, and then I can just unhook him and let him just go. He can walk as much or as little as he wants to. He can just lay out and enjoy the fresh air, right, Chester? You like enjoying the fresh air, right? Yeah, yes you do. Yes, he does. And so Chester really likes just being out here, even if it's just laying here right now on the ground, because he's out in the open, he's out in the fresh air. But he will get up and he'll saunter around. And of course, there's always the dog messaging service where he'll some other dog is peed somewhere and he'll go over, sniff, and then he has to leave his return message. And so he does a little of that out here too. But this is just a really wonderful experience. And he has really gotten to the point where he knows that when I show up, he is either going to go for a walk or come out here. Lately, it's all been come out here. Oh, I hear a train a-coming. You hear that too, Chester? You hear the train? Yeah. Oh, yeah, get that bug. He's annoying, isn't he? Yeah. Anyway, Chester knows that I will do this for him, take him outside. And so now when I show up to my mom and dad's house, whatever I'm there for, this one expects to be a priority. This one expects that the reason I'm there is for him. I'm not exaggerating. Like today, I'm here in town today because I have a really good friend who is helping my parents' bathroom, their walk-in shower that we installed a while back, or had installed, but it was installed by a complete idiot, and that individual did such a horrible job. We paid him full price because he claimed that it was all good, but then after he was gone, we discovered how not good it really was. And ever since then, we've been trying to make it work, trying to fix it. My brother-in-law's spent a considerable amount of time there one day, redoing a lot of the plumbing in it, especially the drain underneath, fixing up some of the way that the sliding doors hung. I helped with that. Excuse me. My dad had me over one time, actually helping with the plumbing of the shower stall itself. That was messed up, and so we had to work on that too. And so this has been an ongoing issue. So I finally found a friend of mine who actually is good at this stuff, really good at this stuff. Told him the whole scenario, and I'll tell you, that guy, his name's Tony. That guy, he is here right now in Carroll. He's at my parents' house. He's been here got in last night. He's been here all day today. He's going to be here tomorrow as well. And he is working on making that thing. It already looks amazing. He ripped stuff out, fixed stuff the way it was supposed to be, has been putting stuff back. It's looking fantastic. And then tomorrow, he's going to be putting trim on things that were left exposed and rough and stuff. And so I'm just absolutely thrilled about that. So I could obviously go off on a tangent there. I'm not going to, except to say this man is a blessing. And it's so much, he's so good that my dad, who normally hovers over workers and tries giving them instruction and stuff, my dad has actually been sitting out in his recliner in the living room and singing Tony's praises, talking about how, he knows he's going. He's in there. He's doing a good job. He's doing fantastic. Oh, yeah, I just stay out of his way. He doesn't hear it. And my dad does not say that about a lot of people. So again, I'm really excited that's being done. But that's why I showed up today, was to check in to see if I could offer my assistance to Tony as if he needed my assistance. He's had it all. But I did show up to see if he needed my assistance and to see about if there was any other supplies we had to get. I wanted to check in on my parents. There's some other things around the house, help my dad with a couple of errands that he needed to go run and do and all this stuff. And of course, take this one for his outing. Well, what this one did not understand was that he was the last thing on that to-do list. Because when I showed up, I'm in talking to my friend Tony about how things are already going at that point. And Chester comes in and he's nudging me. He's giving me a little... Not being aggressive, but just being, hey, hello, I'm here. Hey, when are we gonna go? Come on, we gonna go. And so then I at one point he really was whimpering like he needed to go outside, and I said, "You're just gonna have to wait." My dad says, "I don't know if he can wait. I think maybe he has to really go to the bathroom." And I was like, "All right." So I hook him to his leash and I take him out in the front yard just to let him pee on the tree out in the front yard. And we went out, and he started to take off like he was going to go for a walk. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. And he literally, I wish I could have filmed that. Wish I would have been filming at the time, because he literally stops on the sidewalk, standing up, and he just looks back at me. So like if he's like, and he's looking at me like, what are you talking about? And so then I say to him, hey, no, we're not going to go for the walk right now. You can go to the bathroom if you need to, but later I will take you out to the dog park. Yeah, I promise. And he just looks at me and he goes, And then he goes over and goes to the bathroom, pees on the tree, and we go back in the house. And then as I was doing these other errands and things and helping with stuff, and I would leave and come back and leave, every time Chester would meet me and look at me like, now, and he would just he would give me the side eye. He has this really wicked side eye, and but he finally after all that stuff was done, I said, all right, Chester, now it's time. Are you ready to go? And he was standing in the living room. My parents are both sitting in their chairs, and I'm standing there, and Chester's standing in the middle of the living room, and I said, all right, you ready to go? And he literally just stood there just looking at me. He can hear me talking about it. And and my dad even saw the look on his face and said, yeah, I'm saying, well, Chester, you ready to go? And we're all looking at Chester, chuckling a bit, and Dad goes, he's wondering if you're ready to go finally. That is what it seemed like. So then when I confirmed we were finally ready to go, oh man, he jumped up, put his paws up on me. He was so excited, his tail's wagging. Don't tell me dogs don't understand stuff, because this one's an example that's not the case. Anyway, so Chester and I are out here. We're going to be out here for maybe just a little bit longer. It's warm and muggy, but there is a nice breeze. So I'll see how long he seems like he wants to stay, and then we'll head back to the house. But in the meantime, I just had to take this moment. I'm just sitting here doing nothing because he's walking himself around. See, there he goes. Where is he? You got him. There he is. So Chester, he's off. He's off roaming. He's doing his thing. He doesn't need me. Here, I'll bring around this way. You can see him better. There, see? Right, Chester? You don't need me, do you? So, all right, well, I'm just going to continue to sit here, watch him walk around. And with that, I'll let y'all go, and I'll see you next time from my front porch.